It's like Groundhog Day. Here we are. Let's talk Brady, right? In the Super Bowl. How are they going to stop Brady? It's crazy. I mean, honestly, I could just pull out my notes from like 2000 when you were playing against him, and it's the same thing. Get him off the spot. Can you confuse him? It's crazy, Willie. Nuts.
It's pretty surreal, Rich. I was just talking to a couple of guys, and I did notice something. These two offenses are the most talented offenses in each conference. If you look at the Kansas City Chiefs and all the weapons they have offensively, and if you look at the Bucks, all the talent that they have, I don't think you could find another team on each side that has this much talent playing in a Super Bowl that's going to go head to head. It's pretty explosive. Like there's 1,000 storylines that you can just go up and down and talk about in matchups and different things. And it makes it for a great game.
So let's just, before we get into some deeper X's and O's, let's just again get inside Brady's mind, best you can tell. Is there any part of him, quiet moment, where he's apparently got tons of them because he mentioned Giselle took the kids out of the house, so he's home alone like Kevin, back in the movies, to watch film and just being able to focus on everything. Do you think he sits there and thinks to himself at any point in time, that Mahomes is on pace, Mahomes is getting off to a very nice start here, that it is possible with everything set up, that his records that he's setting right now could way down the road be threatened, and that's part of the motivation for him on Sunday, as if he needs any more? Is that, do you think, at all possible, Willie?
I think as a competitor, Rich, the answer is yes, in a sense. I think as a competitor, you always want to use whatever it is to motivate you. Whether people are saying you're the old head, is what they're calling them, the old head, and the young kid on the block is coming to take over. If somebody's saying he's on pace to break every record and everything you've done, whatever the noise is out there, I think as a competitor that's had so much success over the years, so much success, in order not to become complacent, in order to always compete at a high level and have an edge and find something to be upset and motivated and mad about going into a game, you can use whatever it is. And I think for Brady, he understands where he is. He doesn't care about where he's been and what he's accomplished. He just knows this is the next one. It's big, it's legendary, it's historic, and it's something in a lot of ways that's never, ever happened in NFL history that he's doing, the journey and the road he's on. And I would say for, Mahomes, yes, he's on track to do a lot of great things, but there are so many things that have to be in place with coaches, with players, with talent, with mentality, with systems, whatever it is that you got to keep in place to have this type of longevity and long-term success, that it just gets in the way and makes it so tough. So in my opinion, what Tom Brady has achieved over his career will never, ever be duplicated by another player again. There's just too many things that have to factor in, have to stay in place for it to happen. And I think he's talking to himself, saying, I want more and more and more. The more they say I can't do, the more I'm going to do. I'm at 6. Nobody's had 6 but Jordan in a whole other sport. I want 7. After 7, I'm ready to go after a couple of weeks and start working on number 8. That's just his mentality. He's not going to get complacent. He's not going to get relaxed until, like he says, until I suck. And then I'll sit back and reflect on everything I've done and all the accomplishments and all the other stuff. But right now, history is continuously in the making, and he understands that.
That's why I've said his legacy is already way secured, because his legacy is too much is never enough. That's his legacy,
Right.
Period and end of story. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.